SWIFTPROTECT is a cutting-edge records management software system. It was built from the ground up using the latest technologies and built with input from law enforcement experts, real patrol officers in the field, to make sure that the workflow is seamless between all of the modules within the records management software. SWIFTPROTECT is cloud-based, and it's been designed to allow your officers to access the device from anywhere in the field, whether it's a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, any desktop station, through any browser or any platform. And this really is a must in 2018, but this will make sure that all of your officers and all of your personnel, no matter where they are, can access the system in real time and get the data that they need. It was built for one purpose. How quickly can we return your officers to the field? Here at Optimum Technology, we understand that the way your agency does business may be very unique from how your neighboring jurisdiction does business. To that end, SWIFTPROTECT was built to allow the agencies to customize the software exactly as they need. This high level of customization you get throughout the system, whether we're talking about the incident reporting module, case management, property room, through the field interview module, it doesn't matter. You get this high level of customization where you as the agency get to decide what fields appear, what those field names are. You get to decide if those fields get highlighted, whether they're mandatory fields. You get to enter and decide what all of the drop-down values will be for every menu throughout the system. This will ensure that the officers have a records management system that makes sense. It's intuitive, and it only has those fields that you need at your agency. The heart of the system, of course, is the incident reporting module. This system is built so that officers can get their incident reports done quickly. It is built with a single page layout, meaning officers don't have to navigate through multiple pages in a records management system to get their report done. This single page layout has all of the necessary segments. The officers can minimize those segments. They can expand them. They can delete some. They can add some. But it's all done through one page, and officers can see as they progress through the report all of the modules, all of the segments within that report that they've done are housed right there on the page for them, and they don't have to jump around the system in order to complete this report. The system has built in a real-time NIBRS validation error process, whereby the officers can see what validation errors exist, and they can quickly be hyperlinked and jumped to those errors, and SWIFTPROTECT will tell them what the NIBRS validation errors are, and officers can quickly remedy that. Because, of course, here SWIFTPROTECT is NIBRS compliant, and we want to make sure that all those NIBRS reports are done as quickly and efficiently for your agency as possible as well. Once the officers are done with the report, they can submit them to a supervisor. The supervisor on their dashboard through SWIFTPROTECT will be notified that there's a pending report for approval. They can then assign that report out to a detective or an investigator. That investigator will then get a notification that there's a report pending. And when I mentioned before that the workflow is seamless between modules, this is what I'm referring to. The detective can then see this pending report and then pull it into the case management module. The investigators are given a high level of flexibility in our case management system. They can title that case and in a way that makes sense. They can cluster and link multiple reports together and then title the case in addition to having, of course, an auto-generated case number. Let's say you had 10 car break-ins in a specific precinct. He can label that, car break-ins in precinct 1. And whatever makes sense to the investigator. But our case management module is very robust. It has leads tracking for every case built into each case. It has case tracking for expenses. It also allows the investigators to be able to create a global case narrative and clear the case out globally and clear all of those reports within the case at one time. The case management module also has what's called a link analysis, which provides a pictorial depiction of all of the relationships between the different data points within the case, whether we're talking about the relationships between the victims and the suspects or any other persons of interest that might exist. The system also has built in what's called entity tracking, which allows officers to flag persons as wanted, missing, or flag property as stolen. What's nice about this is, let's say a firearm is reported in one part of the city, and another time, let's say a couple days later, an officer in another part of the jurisdiction finds that firearm. As soon as he puts that serial number into the records management system, SWIFTPROTECT will tell him that that firearm has been stolen through an icon, and he'll be able to know that that firearm was stolen a few days before and what that report was. That takes us to the property room. We have a fully functional property room whereby barcode technology is at the center of it. But what this does is it allows your investigators to simply take a smartphone or a handheld mobile scanner, scan the barcode of a particular piece of property, and through an intuitive interface, hit check in, check out, transfer, or release. then capture an actual digital signature from the person that they're transferring this property to. What this does is SWIFTPROTECT then houses the entire digital chain of custody for that piece of property for its entire life cycle. And it keeps it right there in SWIFTPROTECT in one spot for you. The system also has full auditing capabilities, and it has a robust analytics system which allows you to run statistical reports of any kind, including crime statistical mapping, and it allows you to run property room audits or do any kind of statistical analysis that your agency may want. Again, SWIFTPROTECT was built with law enforcement expertise for law enforcement in an effort to make sure that you have a truly customized, highly flexible records management system.